What's going on, everyone? So, today is day 2 of the NBA draft. This is the first time in NBA history that we've broken up the draft into 2 separate days. We've always had the 2 rounds, but never had it broken up into 2 separate days. So, this will be the entire second round. Lakers yesterday got what very likely could be the steal of the draft. I think that it is the steal of the draft. I did a whole video breaking down why he is the steal of the draft. Go check that video out if you didn't watch it after this one. But talk about a guy that was a consensus, basically top 10 pick. At worst, there was few mock drafts that had him at 11th, but that still is right there on the line, right? So for him to go from at worst being a top 11 guy to falling to 17th is huge for the Lakers. And so Dalton, I really do think that he's a guy that can immediately have an impact and be massive for the Lakers. He's a guy that can shoot, good agility, good foot speed. He's got a 39-inch vert, right? Like I said, did the whole breakdown in the previous video, but he's a guy that I am really excited to see what can Connect do. Can he connect the dots to help the Lakers win some games this year? I think what he does at worst is provide you a rotation piece. So now that's one less guy you really need to find, right? Still need to get as much talent as possible. But, if the Lakers pull off a trade or they do something during this offseason to know that, okay, hey, we got this guy that can come in and have an impact, even potentially be a little bit of Austin Reeves insurance if you were to have to move him or something, right? That's really good. That's something that you want to see. But this second round, let's be honest, Bronny James is going to be drafted by the Lakers. There was all the talk of the Suns may take him at 22 and this, that, and the other, and then they ended up trading the pick. And there was all these murmurs of all these various teams that may end up taking Bronny just to spite the Lakers and stuff, and none of them ended up doing it. Now, could a team do it in the second round? Sure, it's always a possibility. I don't think they will. I think more likely than not, the Lakers are going to draft him with the 55th pick. Maybe they move up slightly. Right, maybe they trade some future picks to maybe get the 35th pick or something like that. It's always a possibility, or the 45th pick or something. But more likely than not, the Lakers are going to end up landing Bronny. I think everyone is going to stay away and avoid Bronny. Not gonna lie, if I remove my Laker bias for a moment, if I was one of these other teams and I was one of the GMs for these other teams, and let's say I had the 40th pick, I would be calling the Lakers going hey, just to let you know, I'm going to draft Bronny. How badly do you want him? Right? Even if you don't have intentions to draft Bronny. Maybe you could scare the Lakers enough to make the move, and maybe you could get some future seconds or something like that out of it. Right? It's always a possibility. But I do think the Lakers will be active in trying to maybe potentially move up in the second round or getting another pick. Lakers have talked a lot about how they really want to kind of develop this program and this infrastructure with young talent that they can grow and develop and potentially build for the future, right? Kind of create these waves where, you have the first wave of guys, and then as they start falling off or going to other places, boom, got this next wave coming in, right? And the beauty of drafting Connect is that you got a guy that can help now and the future, and you also already have, you have your Jalen Hood-Schifino, you have your Maxwell Lewis, you have Colin Castleton and some guys on two ways. You're probably going to sign some and bring in some other two-way guys and some summer league guys, right? Go draft Bronny. Bronny's going to be a development guy that you're going to be able to work on and grow and develop, right? So the Lakers are already starting to kind of build those pieces, but there's a guy there that the Lakers like. I do think the Lakers may potentially go try to grab that guy on top of being able to get Bronny. I don't think that they're going to move up to go take some guy and then not take Bronny. I think that one way or another, they're going to take Bronny James. Now, as far as Bronny goes in the selection, at 55, cool, right? Again, I see people that are the Lakers should not draft Bronny at 55. It's a waste of a pick. It's whatever. Okay, who else are you taking? Right? Who in this draft at 55, in a draft that is looked at as one of, if not the weakest drafts in the last like 30 years, who's going to be that much better and have that much more upside than Bronny James, right? There are things that we know Bronny James is already good at. He's already looked at, I mean, he has the athleticism. He has his dad's athleticism, his dad's IQ. He has some passing ability and playmaking ability, but more than anything, the NBA ready defense. He could be your point of attack guy, especially if you were to lose, say, a Gabe Vincent, right? Can he knock down the occasional three and just kind of be that defensive guard, that pit bull that you could just throw out there and defend? Nobody's going to work harder to try to make Bronny a something than his dad. Right? The guy on the poster behind me. He's going to do everything he can to put as much energy and effort over the next 2 or 3 years or however long LeBron sticks around for, trying to make Bronny the best player possible. Right? No organization, no, trainers, no vet that he gets assigned to, no other player. No one's going to work harder than LeBron James to make Bronny the best player possible. Right? And I know people look at it, well, LeBron hasn't been able to do it yet. Yeah, yes, but there's a big difference between in your off time and on occasion being able to work with your son. And then it's like, sorry, bud, got to go to work, right? And you're spending 15 hours a day working on your craft. It's another thing when you're in the same exact line of work on the same team, using the same facilities, same weight rooms, court, trainers, nutrition, all of it, right? There's a big difference. LeBron can focus so much more time, effort, and energy into growing and developing Bronny. So I think Bronny's best chance at actually becoming something is probably with the Lakers, because again, his dad is going to try his hardest to make him something, right? And again, who's going to be better? Like, who is a guy that is going to be available at 50? You're talking about like 4 picks, because I don't even think that there's a full 60 this year. There's like 4 picks from being undrafted. Any other guy that you're probably interested in at 55, you probably could get undrafted, right? Or even just like hit up the agent and have them do an Austin Reeves, where it's like, hey, we really want you, but we got to draft Bronny, so tell the guys behind us that you don't want to go and come, and then we'll pick you up undrafted. It's probably how that's going to go, right? Like, so again, I don't care. Like the 55th pick, if it was the 17th pick and they drafted him, yeah, it'd be a big problem, right? We'd be having a very different conversation. But at 55, it's redundant, right? Like, you're not, like, who are you going to get that's that much better? Right? Anybody you get is going to be a development guy at 55, right? You can count on one hand the number of guys at 55 or later that actually became something, right? There's very few guys that have actually been something. Like, I'm talking about like real, like, quality guys. There's guys that have just basically rode the pine, or, gotten spot minutes here or there. But I'm talking about like legit, like, this guy was the 57th pick in the draft and became an all-star or a key rotation piece or whatever. Again, it's very few. Most guys at 55 are out of the league in a year or two, right? So to me, it's like, draft him, fine, right? You keep LeBron happy, he sticks around. I think he's a guy that has potential. If let's say at worst he becomes like an Avery Bradley, that's fine, right? If Bronny James, not everyone has to be a superstar. Not everyone has to be this all-star, top 5 player on the team, right? You still need the dirty work guys. You still need the grunt work guys. You still need those rotation pieces that can do skilled things, right? So let's say Bronny at worst becomes an Avery Bradley type, just like a legit, like 3-and-D type of point guard. He makes some plays off the bench, defend opposing bench guards, and hit the occasional 3. It's fine. It's like, you need a guy like that. Guy that's willing to sacrifice his body, jump on loose balls, do the dirty work, right? Let's say, good case scenario, right? Let's say he becomes a Derek White type guy. It's a home run at that point, right? Like, it's huge. A legit 3-and-D, put the ball on the deck, do so many various things, defend the best guard on the other team. Be massive. And then let's say best case scenario, he becomes like, a top guard in this league and a real like legit starting level, like all-star level type guard. It's a home run. Right? Anyone else is going to be a gamble. Take Bronny, right? Even just from a financial standpoint, it makes all the sense in the world for the Lakers. The Lakers will probably make $100 million just drafting Bronny, right? Because the storyline of him and LeBron and all the commercials and all the merch and all that, it's a no-brainer. You draft Bronny, right? If you can get Bronny, get Bronny, right? No, everyone knows Bronny is going to the Lakers, right? Could a team kind of hold the Lakers' feet to the fire? Sure, but I think ultimately the Lakers will end up landing Bronny James. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think the Lakers, yes, like, go draft Bronny, it's fine. Or do you think, no way, draft somebody else? If Bronny goes undrafted, then pick up Bronny. Like, I just think if the Lakers pass on him, then somebody will take him, right? I think the Lakers will have to take him at 55, and again, it's fine, right? Worst case scenario, trade a couple seconds, future seconds, to go get a second in this draft if there's a guy you really like. Like if you want Flip or something from like Duke or whatever, or Tyler Smith or something, like trade a couple seconds, go get that guy, right? And then save your 55th for Bronny. Fine, you're good, right? But anyway, again, I feel whatever your thoughts are. Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.